By now you've probably heard of BTS.
Hello, we are BTS!
You may have been flicking through the channels late at night and caught them on a popular talk show, or saw their United Nations speech. Maybe you've seen them attending the Billboard Music Awards or heard about them selling out Wembley Stadium 2 nights in a row. You might have even seen them perform at this year's Grammy Awards or on Carpool Karaoke with James Corden. Or even on Saturday Night Live. But BTS were not an overnight success. It's taken them 7 years and tons of hard work to get where they are today. In this video I will show you how BTS became the biggest group in the world. Now I know earlier I mentioned BTS have been a group for 7 years, which is true. However, members RM, Suga and J-Hope have been active and working together since around 2010. RM, Suga and J-Hope are the 3 rappers in BTS, and the group BTS was originally meant to debut as a hip-hop group. But it was decided they would debut as a K-pop idol group, which conflicted with Suga and RM's views on the type of musicians they wanted to be. Ultimately, RM and Suga decided they would stick with BTS as they trusted their management company Big Hit Entertainment, who gave and still give them a huge amount of creative control. RM writes most of the lyrics for BTS songs and helps with producing them as well. However, Suga is the main producer in BTS, as he is always working on new songs not only for BTS but has produced songs for many artists in the industry. The rappers in BTS have lyrical credits on every single song they have recorded. RM, Suga and J-Hope all have released self-written and self-produced mixtapes whilst being in BTS. Next to join BTS was Jungkook, who was scouted by other agencies for his vast talents. Jin, who was a film student, Taehyung, who wasn't planning on becoming a singer but got scouted when he accompanied his friend at their audition. And finally Jimin, who was known as being a very talented contemporary dancer. On the day BTS debuted in 2013, they wore t-shirts with their names on, as they were so unknown even the camera operators did not know their names. When they first started appearing on TV broadcasts, they were cut from shows because the broadcaster didn't think anyone would be interested in them. Before BTS debuted, and even for quite a while after they debuted, the 7 of them all lived in a tiny one-bedroom apartment in Seoul. This was particularly hard for youngest member Jungkook, as he was only 13 years old when he joined the group and moved to the other side of Korea away from his parents to live with 6 strangers. Jungkook has since mentioned how he used to set an alarm in the middle of the night so he could shower alone, as he was so afraid of the other boys. So things weren't easy for BTS to begin with, but they worked so hard that people couldn't ignore them, releasing 3 albums in 9 months as part of their school trilogy. Their second single, No, talks about the intense education system in South Korea and the pressure young people face due to the country's strict way of teaching. BTS critique society very often in their music and try to shy away from the clean-cut boy band image, especially in their lyrics, which I will go into further detail later in the video.
하지만 방탄소년단이 진격한다면 어떨까?
By now BTS were gaining some popularity within South Korea, but it was at the 2013 Melon Music Awards where BTS proved that they were a force to be reckoned with. This was the first chance BTS had at performing on such a large stage, and they made every second count.
김예림 씨, 방탄소년단 축하드립니다. 축하합니다.
2013 멜론 뮤직 어워드 신인상.
They also won the Rookie of the Year award, which was a huge deal for them at this time. Many people think BTS only gained popularity in the West during 2017, but when BTS performed at KCON LA in 2014 they stole the show, and it was clear 80% of the audience were there for BTS. In April 2015, BTS began another trilogy of albums when they released The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 1. The title track, I Need You, gained BTS huge success not only in South Korea but also in America when the song debuted at number 4 on the Billboard World Digital Sales Chart. I Need You also gave BTS their first win on a music show in Korea, which had been a goal of theirs since before debuting. However, because BTS were becoming a threat to other K-pop groups, many people wanted to tear them down. Over 2015, BTS faced many false accusations of plagiarism. Although these claims were nonsense, BTS were gaining many haters as a result of the exposure they were receiving at this time. BTS did not let this deter them from their dream, and in June of 2015 they released the music video for their song Dope. The song Dope talks about how while you're out clubbing and partying, BTS are working hard in the studio. RM's verse gets a bit more political as he talks about the older generation and how they mock youngsters for not trying hard enough, when in reality the younger generation have it much harder than previous generations.
그럼 난 6포가 좋으니까 6포 세대 언론과 어른들의 의지가 없다면 우리 싹초식처럼 내려해 해보기도 전에 죽여 enemy 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 벌써부터 고개 숙여 받아 energy 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 절대로 포기 you know 나 너니 너 안에 새벽은 나보다 예뻐 Can I get a little bit of hope? 잠들 턱소리 get woke up.
Again, BTS were soaring to new highs and were seeing success they could never have imagined a couple of years before. The Dope music video brought in a lot of new fans, with many BTS fans saying Dope was the song that helped them discover BTS. BTS then went on to release The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Part 2 and The Most Beautiful Moment in Life Young Forever, which wrapped up the series, and BTS gained more and more popularity. With songs like Bepse, BTS were still commenting on societal issues in South Korea. as the song BTS mentions such topics as the older generation looking down on the youth and calling them lazy or having no effort, similar to the message in the song Dope. But again, as BTS grew in popularity, so did their haters, as Break Wings project trended on Twitter to try and sabotage BTS's comeback. But on the 10th of October 2016, BTS released the album Wings, which many fans believe to this day that it is one of the greatest BTS albums of all time. With the title track Blood, Sweat and Tears, BTS really set themselves apart from the competition, and many people pinpoint this era as when BTS evolved beyond K-pop. The Wings album showcased a solo song from each member showing their individual talents. Each solo song was very personal to the members, as Jungkook sings about how the other BTS members raised him as he joined the group so young. In J-Hope's song Mama, he talks about the appreciation he has for his mother and how she always supported her son's dream. Like previous BTS albums, the Wings album also includes a rap-lined cypher where the rappers in the group diss their haters, and also a vocal-lined songs involving just the singers in the group. The song titled Am I Wrong on the album shows BTS will use their platform when it comes to shedding light on political issues. Here is a clip from the YouTube channel Baby Gang explaining how BTS almost got blacklisted from South Korean media because of the lyrics in the song.
The lyrics of Am I Wrong, penned by members of the group, are politically charged, with rapper Suga making specific mention of an ugly, classist remark by a politician, comparing South Korea's 99% to dogs and pigs. This came at a time when the president of South Korea, whose staff the politician belonged to, was under great criticism. Protests broke out amongst the Korean populace after her mishandling of numerous infrastructural issues, and especially her disastrous response to the Seoul ferry disaster that led to 304 deaths. Said president also was revealed to have blacklisted over 9,000 artists who were deemed unfriendly to her administration. BTS, the K-pop group, risked being blacklisted by the government for this.
The Wings album was the highest ever charting Korean album on the Billboard Hot 200 chart at the time, debuting at number 26. The title track Blood, Sweat and Tears peaked at number 1 on the Billboard World Digital Sales chart and gave them 6 music show wins in Korea.
2016 멜론 뮤직 어워드 올해의 앨범상 수상자 방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
On November 19, 2016, BTS won their first ever Daesang, which is the highest prize at an award show. BTS were the first ever act to win a Daesang who were not managed by one of the big 3 entertainment companies in South Korea. RM has since said that when BTS were announced as the winner, they thought someone was pulling a prank on them, and you can see the disbelief on their faces when their name was called. BTS performed at the 2016 Mnet Asian Music Awards, which is the biggest music award show in Asia, and again BTS performed like it was their last and impressed everyone watching. BTS also went on to win Artist of the Year, which is the highest prize you can receive, and they never thought this dream would become reality. After a very successful 2016, it finally seemed as though BTS's hard work was paying off. On February 13, 2017, BTS released their song Spring Day. Spring Day received an all-kill on the Korean charts, meaning the #1 spot on every official Korean music chart. The song also gave BTS their first Melon Roof hit, meaning the song was so popular it hit the maximum score on the Melon music chart. Spring Day also peaked at #1 on the Billboard World Digital Sales chart and has been charting in Korea for 3 years without falling off once. Spring Day is a very important song not only for BTS but Koreans in general, as the song brought comfort to a nation mourning the Sewol ferry accident which killed 304 mainly high school students.
Hello, we are BTS!
In May of 2017, BTS attended the Billboard Music Awards as the first ever Korean act to be nominated for an award. BTS won the Top Social Artist Award after receiving over 300 million votes on Twitter. This was the first time BTS had appeared on US television, and after this Western media started to take them a bit more seriously.
And it is so great to see all the artists we admire and feel honored to be in this club. Most importantly, this award belongs to the every people all around the world that shine the love and light on us by the lyrics of the
On the 18th of September 2017, BTS started a new trilogy of albums starting with Love Yourself Hair. Love Yourself Hair includes fan favorites such as DNA and Mic Drop.
Making their US TV debut, make some noise for BTS!
BTS were gaining more international success at this time and were invited to perform the lead single DNA at the 2017 American Music Awards. Mic Drop is a song for BTS to flex their achievements whilst also dissing their haters. Mic Drop debuted at number 28 on the Billboard Hot 100, giving BTS their first top 40 hit in America. On the 18th of May 2018, BTS released Love Yourself Tear. Love Yourself Tear is BTS's most critically acclaimed album and scored BTS their first ever #1 album in America. BTS performed the title track Fake Love for the first time at the 2018 Billboard Music Awards. Over the next few months, BTS would gain more fans worldwide and then go on to release Love Yourself Answer, which was the final album in the trilogy. The title track Idol talks about BTS's struggles between being seen as an artist or an idol. But they have come to love themselves and don't care how people judge them, and that they will continue doing what they are doing. Although BTS were on top of the world and had gained more success than they ever imagined, 2018 was a very difficult time for the members. Jin mentions in their acceptance speech for Artist of the Year at the 2018 Mama Awards that the group had talked about disbanding earlier in the year.
올해 초에 저희가 되게 심적으로 많이 힘들었었어요. 그래서 저희끼리 얘기를 하면서 해체를 할까 말까 고민도 했고 근데 다시 마음을 정말 다잡고 이렇게 좋은 성적을 낼 수 있게 돼서 너무 다행이라고 생각하고 다시 마음 다잡아준 우리 멤버들에게 너무 고맙고
However, BTS overcame this struggle as a team and decided to carry on with the group.
살아계시는 아미들에게 너무 감사하다고 얘기하고 싶습니다. 감사합니다.
On the 12th of April 2019, BTS released Map of the Soul Persona, which included the single Boy With Love. Boy With Love peaked at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, making it BTS's highest charting song ever in the US. BTS debuted Boy With Love on Saturday Night Live, which gained a lot of praise not only from fans but also from people seeing BTS for the first time. Boy With Love also gave BTS 22 music wins in Korea, which is the record for most music wins, beating Psy's Gangnam Style.
방탄소년단 축하드립니다. 방탄소년단입니다. 축하드립니다.
방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
방탄소년단 축하드립니다. 방탄소년단입니다. 축하드립니다.
On the 2nd of May 2019, BTS attended the Billboard Music Awards, where they won Top Social Artist for the third time in a row and won Top Group. They also performed Boy With Love and once again stole the show. On the 4th of May 2019, BTS embarked on a worldwide stadium tour. Venues included the Rose Bowl Stadium in Pasadena, Soldier Field in Chicago, MetLife Stadium in New York, Allianz Park in Sao Paulo and Wembley Stadium in the UK.
Wembley.
They also stopped in France, Japan, Saudi Arabia and finished the tour in their home country South Korea.
가진 게 꿈밖에 없었네 눈 뜨면 뿌연 아침꿈
On the 21st of February 2020, BTS released Map of the Soul 7. The album is very significant and feels very much like a full circle moment in BTS's career. From the title track on being a reference to their second single, No. To Jimin and V's duet about how they've been friends since high school and referring to each other as soulmates with 7 years of history. To We Are Bulletproof, the Eternal, that references their earlier songs We Are Bulletproof Part 1 and Part 2. So BTS have spent 7 years filled with amazing opportunities and success, but it was not just handed to them. The 7 of them have worked extremely hard, from staying up all night practicing dance routines to producing and writing lyrics for their own music. They have also spent so much time away from their families and friends, as they have worked on Christmas Day most years and on members' birthdays. They have also had to face and still face malicious comments ridiculing the group for things they have not even done or that are out of their control. People still want to put them in the K-pop manufactured boy band box, even though they couldn't be further from that. But BTS pushed through and became the biggest musical act in the world, and only continue to grow more and more each day. And now, as it's their 7-year anniversary as a group, it really feels as though they've made it.
Yeah, we are not 7 with you.